Let's welcome a leader who drives insight, impact, and innovation through his work and vision, and he guides and heads the team who made this incredible video, the man himself. Please put your hands together for Mr. Venkatesh Perumal.
Vanakkam and good evening to all my beloved Dexian family members. It's indeed a great pleasure to represent the enterprise IT team on this wonderful evening of Dexian Annual Day celebrations. So IT is all about experience, and that's exactly what you saw on the AV. IT is not just about support, it's more than that. And the experience that's created by the AV team themselves, I just want to thank them first before I start with all other updates. The credit goes to Kingsley, David, Suchitra, and Apurva. Thanks, guys. Tremendous work. It's a great job to get these things to life. So let's start with the journey of Enterprise IT 2025. So Maruf, just a quick insight to you. You might have seen the entire trial. We started with one person, now we are with 120 people doing wonders to withstand and to create the foundation which is much needed for the next transformation towards the 2x or the 10x that we are targeting for. So again, IT is all about experience. While I keep saying that, I would try to do my best to get that connected for this current vibrant atmosphere. I'm going to talk about the journey with a theme of building the Dexian Digital City, supported and fueled by the enterprise IT. So last year, when we stood ahead and then we were looking at what is needed to travel forward, we did the groundwork in terms of setting our priorities and roadmap. We started with the ground line in terms of defining our governance model. So we started with the groundwork in terms of developing our governance model and then defining our resilient structures in place. And then moving forward, the next critical pillar is on people. So we're looking at training the people and then driving together as one cohesive force, driving in the same directions. And then what next? It's all about innovation and automation, followed by HR and finance transformations and automations. And of course, keeping the lights on, the basic motto of enterprise IT, with close to 100% of accuracy and service availability, followed by proactive data analytics. With the priorities being done, the first immediate action is to focus on, is to prioritize the trio, which is the people, process, and system. Not to forget, a lot of work has been done in all the three critical verticals of people, process, and technology. The starting pillar on the people side started with upskilling, transformation, job rotations, getting the right people in the right seat. And it wouldn't be fair on my side if I don't thank the L&D team headed by Ranjini at that time, who really helped us to do a retrospection of the current leadership team and then introduce a program called as LEAD, the Leadership Evaluation and then Development, which really helped us to retrospect, start, and then redefine the entire leadership model for IT. With that being said, we also moved on with an internal initiative of Pulse, which is called as Platform for Updates and Leadership Sync. This is more like a collaboration platform where all the leaders connect together and then talk about the immediate needs and the future roadmaps. That's more on the people side. Process side, it's definitely been instrumental and a transformation for IT. We started with transforming the delivery model. We went ahead standardizing the delivery process with a hybrid model, the state of the art, reaping the benefits of both worlds in terms of waterfall and agile. And then we also went ahead in terms of introducing the quality-based delivery model, followed by standardizing the ITSM framework, usage of ServiceNow and Zoho across the enterprise. Technology being the niche and the critical area of contribution, there's a huge spin on this side. There's a lot of work that has been done throughout the year of 2025. What you see on the screen is just a snippet of the entire ocean. So starting from infrastructure, be it like modernizing the current landscape, moving to E5, getting the standard Windows image, and then moving on to reporting structure, where we talked about getting the Power BI dashboards, driving business decisions by meaningful data insights, upgrading the ERP system, getting them to the latest state-of-the-art technology, transforming the PII information. All those are being accomplished within a span of 8 to 12 months, which is a great wonder done by the team. Thanks to the entire IT team for your phenomenal support. And this next slide, I'm just running it really fast to make sure like you get enough time after this session. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not able to come back to the previous screen, but I'll just try to keep going. Yeah, so this screen, I just want to take a minute on this. So we are not just talking about IT actions for the year 2025. Rather, we would like to connect this with two major verticals. Not to forget, IT is about creating a great experience. While we talk about experience, there are two major pillars which gets connected. One is the purpose, the other one is the business impact. So the purpose is actually defined by the goals. And for the leadership team which is seated here, the goals are not just IT goals. These are actually the plans, priorities, and the goals divided at the org level, and the derivative of such goals are being defined as IT goals. So IT is well connected in terms of purpose on what we try to accomplish. I'm not going to read through the lines, but at high level, it's all about strengthening the baseline and then transforming this for the future roadmap. And if you look at the IT actions, so every action speaks by itself. So if you look at the infrastructure part, we did a major transformation on getting everyone with the AD standardization. Everyone is now. So I just want to echo on the theme which Kumar just highlighted this evening, which is more on one Dexian. So again, adoption, one Dexian, being a core engine, from locomotive to a transformation model. All these are a kind of DNA and hygiene by itself within IT. And IT is no different than accomplishing all these goals with the internal tools and policies. So that's the transformation which we brought in with the AD migration. And then followed on, we moved with the data insights. So I think towards the fag end of last year, there was a huge push on how do you transform and scale up the business model, which is the need of the hour. And we are more focusing on more critical context. That's where the team rolled their sleeves and then jumped into action. We kind of went ahead doing all the Fill the Future contest, getting meaningful insights, more data integrity across different streams. So that's exactly what we are able to do as a team, and then ensure that Dexian is moving together in the right direction. And not to forget a little bit on the cyber side, we all know that cyber by itself has scaled to a next level of maturity within Dexian. So we have started with the vulnerability management framework, and then we moved on into incident and resolution management. But now, last year, we focused more on risk-based vulnerability management, which is a need of the hour, to prioritize them based on the common vulnerability exposure, and then do what is needed to fix the gaps on immediate basis. The last thing which I want to highlight is on the activities that we've done on the HR and finance side. I just want to be really thankful to the IT team, together with the finance team as well, the team headed by Satya, Srini, Vamsi, Karthi, and Prakash. It's very difficult for me to draw a line between IT and business with the teams, the way they work together as one team and make everything, driving together as one cohesive force in the same direction, And the impacts, again, I'm not going to read through the lines. In a nutshell, the summary of impact with all the IT actions, it's all about the agility, the speed in which that we operate, the transparency that we create with all the data insights that we provide, the reliability and the accountability, the systems that we already have built in, which we can definitely scale up to the level that we want, and the scalability that we have for the future growth. That's all about the IT updates. I'm pretty much done with the session for today. But what I thought is I'll just run through a quick 30-second update on what kind of functions we have within IT, which will help you to get a deeper insight on how these guys work as one team within the IT model. So the first of this would be the software development and maintenance. So way back in 2012, we started with PeopleSoft. Now it is not just PeopleSoft, it's PeopleSoft support, followed by front office, followed by analyzer, followed by, you also have QA support, you also have data governance support, and in the latest edition, we also have, EPM support, followed by ServiceNow support. So you name it, we have it. That's exactly what we want to do. We are fully geared up for the transformation, and this team is also fully geared up to support the future needs. The next one is on infrastructure, the baseline, the fundamental pillars of Dexian. So it's not just keeping the lights on. They've already transformed, getting into the cloud-native solution, getting into Meraki, tracking model, the state of the art for network tracking, patch monitoring, patch management, procurement management, every other activities or subset of this function. The third layer is reporting and data analytics. So reporting we started way back with just SQL operations and internal queries, but then we kind of jump-started moving into Tableau, and then we kick-started again moving into the EDM space and the Power BI space. Now we are talking about data lakes and the next transformation. All these couldn't be happened without the support of the internal team. That's all about the data analytics. And the fourth pillar is about the security part. So you have all the data governance, information governance, system governance, everything being tied up within the security layer. The fifth function is on the program management part, which includes the IT PMO, the ServiceNow, ITSM, and all the standard models, followed by the integrated IT team heading towards the benefit of business enablement. That's a core function for you on how the team has been formalized and how they operate together as one team. And that's a Dexian Digital City powered by the enterprise IT, and a little bit of insight for you on what we are trying to do as an immediate step, next step to take this forward. I know I'm taking too much time, sorry about that. One last note. It's really been 5 years with Dexian, and I really want to take this opportunity to thank you all. I want a special thanks to my entire IT team and to all my leadership team here, Venkat, Kumar, Nirmal, TG, Satya, everyone, AK sir. It's really been a phenomenal journey, and I look forward to take this to the next level. Thank you all. Have a wonderful evening.
We are Dexian, in the business for good.